Welcome out, YouTube. Titan Fragrance Reviews coming at you with, I'm super excited with this collab. Fragrance Fanatic right here came out. I came down to Lake Jackson. We were privileged to be at this venue, Cork Wine Lounge, and they graciously let us film in something different than my studio or his studio. And it's just, if you're down south, this is Lake Jackson, definitely check it out. Great atmosphere, great location. Just in the heart of a very great small town, you know. And so if you're down in Houston, rolling down this way, make a stop by, okay? What I wanted to take a chance to review is a recent gem of mine that I've grown to really love. It's climbing up the charts for me as far as where I'm going to wear it. Actually, in a video you'll see to it, it's actually made one of my 4 for life. So without further ado, we're going to touch on Tiziana Terenzi, Spirito Fiorentino. I'm probably saying it all wrong, but that's the best my Italian probably is. My Spanish will take over, I guess. But give you our take on this, and we'll just kind of take you through. And the reason these collabs are so great is that we can get multiple takes from different people, get our takes, and ultimately you as a sub have to decide for yourself, you know, what you like, you know, and there's no wrong answer on what you like. So let's go with that. Have you smelled this one? I know we sprayed it a little earlier.
Just the time that I briefly got to smell it. I didn't spend a lot of time with it, but I'll smell it again whenever we get to it.
Yeah. So I wanted to start with just getting his impression on it, and spray my strip.
All right.
If one thing about these bottles is they're gorgeous presentation. You know, I don't know, this thing is heavier than the whole bottle, but what do you get right off on that?
So I do like it, and it's like we talked about earlier. So this is literally my second time ever smelling this. Right off the bat, what I get is a very close similarity to Baccarat Rouge 540, but you do get a heavy, like really beautiful leather accord. So if you're a leather fan, this is probably going to be definitely one that you want to check out. I think it's unisex, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're a woman that watches this channel and you like fragrances that are not too masculine, something unisex, but also has that beautiful leather accord, I really like it. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, it's really, really beautiful fragrance. Very elegant.
Yes. And my daughter give you all a take on why this makes my top 5. Baccarat Rouge 540, I actually brought it so we could spray it, kind of get a take on it, because it is, you hear about it all over. It is very, very luxurious fragrance, in my opinion. My daughter loves it on me, so guess what? She's going to get to smell. I want her to remember me by something, right? So I brought that, and it is unisex, but like he said, that leather that comes off, if you go, at least if you're down south, us Texans wear our boots and stuff like that, go to Cavender's, go to some place like that where there's a boot shop, boot barn, whatever, that leather comes off really, really, really strong. But this is like a fine car. Like if you're, you know, if you've ever been in, like at an auto show and you open up the doors to a leather Jaguar, leather BMW, something high end, the leather really comes off really, really smooth. It really adds that level of depth to the Baccarat Rouge, which is like a caramelized sugar type of scent, pretty bright and sweet, really. But this really, I think, ratchets down the sweetness, and really that leather really comes off. Even though it is a base note, it really comes off from the start. And it is a fairly, for me, a linear fragrance. But I think the luxuriousness,
it's really elegant. Like, I can really see myself wearing this. And just so y'all know, we talked about this. I am going to purchase this bottle and then another fragrance that he brought for me to check out that I don't have currently in my collection, because this is a very, very luxurious, like he said, like fine leather. I mean, it's just, it's really fancy in my opinion. That's kind of what I get. I mean, Baccarat Rouge 540 is already fancy, right? And it's already, the price tag is already up there. But then this one is like, you know, like Baccarat Rouge 540 has like this half brother that inherited all this money, but the other brother doesn't get. Well, that's going to be this fragrance right here, because he's really fancy. You know, always has pink in the ear. He drinks champagne everywhere he goes. He always wears the finest leather. He probably talks about himself a lot. It's just a really beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I am a leather fan though,
Yes.
so I really do like fragrances with leather. So
yes,
that's one of my things.
Definitely on something like this. The notes are quite a bit, so I'm gonna read them all for you. On the top, it's lily, it's jasmine, it's the saffron. Definitely get that, and orange on the top. Ylang ylang, magnolia, ambergris, and lily of the valley in the mid. Then you got precious woods. You got sandalwood, birch, musk, leather, and oak moss. And again, the notes are very high quality in my opinion. Especially that base, like you said, the leather. It does seem to stay brighter right out the top, but then it really mellows out and stays pretty linear for me. And I brought Baccarat Rouge so we get a comparison.
Absolutely.
You know, because it does come off. Man, this is just gorgeous. I mean, Baccarat,
so good.
Baccarat Rouge 540. That is the EDP, and so luxury in a bottle. In my opinion, it's just really, really classy. It
Not
is
offensive at all. Like if you're offended by Baccarat Rouge 540,
yeah,
you can't wear anything.
Unisex for sure.
Yes.
For sure, Baccarat Rouge. Now, is this one unisex? I do think Spirito is, but it does have more masculine take to it.
With the leather punch?
With that leather punch. If a woman isn't into the leather, then she'd better be off sticking with Baccarat.
Right.
But this one with that leather, I think it really steps it to the more masculine side. Although it's still unisex, it steps it that way. And they're both gorgeous scents. You cannot go wrong. I work outside, he works inside. And even I was telling him a story just the other day that really kind of took me by surprise. I was at work, windy. I sprayed this on probably at 7 a.m. This is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're outside working around the trucks and doing all this stuff. And one of the guys, my coworkers, is like, "Hey, what are you wearing?" And I was like, I was thrown back because I was like thinking I probably smell like oil or something, you know. And then he's like, "No, man, that smells really good." And I was like, and so I told him and I explained to him everything. But in my mind, I was like, "Wow, he's still catching whiffs." And I could smell it. No lie, when I was in the cab,
right?
I could kind of get wafts off my clothes, but I thought, man, it was a windy day, cold, and this thing was still cutting through and smelling gorgeous, you know. And so I got to give it to longevity. It's well into the 8+ hours.
That's awesome.
So and I don't expect my fragrances to go 10, 12 hours. That's not me. I mean, I think a good scent probably goes 6. Yeah. 6 to 7 is good. And especially with the lighter stuff, you know, they may not go as long. The deeper ones, but this one, I guess, with all the depth, the woods, the sandalwood, those base notes really stay with you. And it is just a gorgeous scent, start to finish. And like I said, because my daughter likes this one so much, and I enjoy it too. But, you know, it's just one of those sentimental things that me and her are starting to do a lot more fragrance shopping. She's 16, and it's just something dad and daughter do. But this right here is a gem in my opinion. If you haven't gotten your nose on it, get it. I do recommend sampling, of course, but if you can't, this is ultimately a very safe blind buy for those that, if you like leather,
yes,
and if you like anything along the lines of a Baccarat Rouge 540, this is, in my opinion, a must-have in the collection.
And if you like fragrances that have fine ingredients, because like this is, I mean, you can tell it's not like synthetic. It's complete, like through the whole entire accords. It's just really smooth through the whole, like even now, I mean, it's been on here for a little bit. I mean, it's still just a really beautiful fragrance, and it's like everything complements each other.
Yes,
that's what it's. I mean,
the
I'm
blend,
gonna buy it.
Yeah, the blend is phenomenal in my opinion.
It is really good.
It's
seriously,
just like I said, there's no sharp edges. Everything seems to mesh really well together, and man, it's just a very, very gorgeous scent.
Absolutely.
You know? So I first want to really thank the Fragrance Fanatic for letting me come down.
Again.
You know, come down and do this. I'm going to probably release this sooner than, are you going to release that other one?
I got to edit mine and all that, so this one actually might get out sooner probably.
I'm going to try to get this one out today.
Okay, yeah, it'll be out. I won't have mine out yet.
For you guys, and I'm going to put it on all my platforms. I'm going to do better at my description down below to give you the links. Either way, I'm going to put it up right here somewhere too. for his channel because he's doing it. We did a
that.
collab. He's doing a giveaway. If you're into Aventus or anything like that, that's what he's going to be giving away. A bottle of that, a partial of that. Subscribe to mine, subscribe to his. You got to go to see that video when it does come out. Great content, I'm telling you. He's one of the guys that I've watched for some time before I even started my channel, and just to be able to do this and to have the interaction not only with you but with you guys, it's been phenomenal. That's probably the big driver for me has been the amount of feedback that I get from a lot of the guys out there, and then a lot of reviewers too. It's definitely a great community. If you're not a member of any Facebook groups, hop on board some of them. You definitely comment to me. I'll tell you which ones I'm a part of. Onto his. Also, you can find a lot of great information, a lot of great deals too. You don't have to go buy full bottles. There's some great partials, great sellers on there, all sorts of stuff. It's a whole new world. When I first got into this, all I knew was department store, and the only thing I could find there, and which is okay. They have a lot of great stuff, but then eventually this world opens up to a lot of more stuff. The indie houses are blowing it up right now, doing some phenomenal stuff, unique stuff that it's for any palate, and so
it's not mainstream. You probably won't see it if a lot of times you're not on these groups. But then also too, with the fragrance groups, you can save so much money. Like if you're buying stuff full price at Neiman Marcus or wherever, don't come to the fragrance groups. There are trusted sellers, people who distribute some of these fragrances who sell at high volumes. He's bought numerous fragrances from some of the individuals on there. I purchased from numerous individuals on there. Trusted, but just a really nice community to have. And I enjoy linking up like this face to face. And like he touched on briefly, the interaction with the viewers is essential. I absolutely love it. I'm very personable. He is as well, because I see him commenting on his videos as well with his viewers. I think that's how it should be, though, because these channels are for the viewers.
Exactly.
There are channels, essentially, but they're for you, right? They give you a better take of, should I buy this fragrance? How does it smell? What's the longevity? What's the price? What's the overall appeal? And then you obviously can make your best judgment on, to buy it or not.
And that's the whole reason I even started was I felt that maybe I could give another me out there in the audience, which I am that audience, because I still subscribe to all those guys.
And so do I.
And
I'm subscribed to your channel.
Yeah, so we are all just like you and everyone else around there doing the same thing, and we want to make sure that I can provide whatever little tidbit of information that might help you, because ultimately, like for me, I go to a bunch of different guys trying to get different stuff and just getting their take, whether it's worth, there's so many that whether it's worth my time and my money to invest it, because everything I have is I've purchased. And like I said, it's a great, if you're passionate or really enjoying fragrances, it's a great way to get exposed to many more different things.
Absolutely.
And it's a global thing. I've talked to guys from like Mercy Sins right over across the pond.
UK, Canada.
Yeah, Canada, of course. All them guys are great guys. So support them too. Go out there and check them out. And ultimately, just wear what you definitely like. There's not a bad one to get. And if you like it, rock it. Okay? But us down here from the state of Texas send you a big shout out. We want y'all to have a very blessed day and really appreciate your time.
Thank you, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. And thank you so much again for the collaboration, for having me on your channel. Great guy. If you guys aren't subbed to the channel, if you're seeing this and you're not a subscriber to the channel, please subscribe to this channel. I want to help build this community, so that's why I wanted to. I made sure, I know we couldn't previously, we set up to do a collaboration, stuff came up, but I was looking forward to this so much. And then it's really awesome to do it in a different venue.
Oh, yeah.
It's so cool to have it somewhere else. But yeah, it's awesome.
Awesome. So we'll be seeing y'all on the next one for sure. Thank you for your time.
Peace.